Welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast. Fandom, fun, funny. Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast.
Well, hello and welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls. Look at that, a picture of all four of us together.
Wow.
Yay!
Years before that happens again.
We did it.
This is the Kind of Nerdy Girls. We are your place for random fandom fun. And I am KJ, your head nerdy girl. Joining me tonight, executive producer Jonna.
What's up?
And from our New York offices,
We've expanded.
Tia from Geek Vibes. Yay! Hello. Welcome back to the Kind of Nerdy Girls. The first time being here, Tia, since you spent a weekend with us at
Since she
PopCon.
left us.
I know, it's so odd.
Yeah, I literally woke up the day after you left and I was like, damn, I miss her.
I
So
know,
does Fox,
right?
obviously.
Jonna, can you move your mic a little closer to your
Absolutely not.
All right, thank you.
I would never do such a thing.
Testing. We could have done
1, 2,
these
3.
things when we were quietly sitting here waiting for 7 o'clock, but we did
KJ
not.
said, do we need to talk about anything before we go live? Probably if our mics work.
Probably. I don't know. Thank you very much. Patches just brought me a drink in my magical Harry Potter tumbler. I don't-
Man.
Isn't that nice? It's sparkly and everything. It was a Christmas gift. I know, right? I'm not plugging it. I don't know who made it. It's Tervis, so I guess Tervis made it. I don't know. Tervis makes Tervis things, right? Mm.
They do make Tervis things.
They do
Ah.
indeed make
Ah.
turbulence.
Let's see. Gamer Katie is on vacation, so she is not with us tonight. We do have producer Patches. I was actually going to bring him in, and then I realized he was standing here with my drink. Hi, Patches. What's cooking
Hello.
tonight?
We are doing some chicken fajitas tonight.
Oh, I love chicken fajitas.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yep.
All right. And you're also prepping the chicken for the cats, right?
Yeah, I got to make kitty chicken. So yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Chickens, you know.
Oh yeah. Yep. The work is never done in the kitchen.
So, Patches, I got a question.
Yes.
So, when you have to prep chicken for the cats, do you just make
Yes.
y'all's food with chicken too, just to make it easier?
Not in the same pan. No, but
Well, duh.
I do. Yeah. No, but I make I'll keep some chicken back and get some seasoning for us, and that'll be our dinner as well.
Yeah.
You
I
would
know.
actually be surprised how often he makes chicken for the cats and makes us a different meal, like pork or
That's
steak or
commitment.
something. I know,
Yeah,
right?
I've
I'm
done
like-
that a lot too. I'm very incisive when it comes to the kitchen.
When we say it's random fandom fun, welcome to Chicken Talk on that. We got the Kind of Nerdy crew. Check in tonight with your crew number and where you are watching. Hello, Michelle. She says, Tia, it was wonderful meeting you in person.
I absolutely loved meeting the Southern Belle, who is Michelle. All right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
She's the best. Man.
While she was over there flirting with David Ramsey while she was getting her picture taken.
Oh my gosh. You know what? David Ramsey is just one of those people that brings the flirt out of you. Like you just can't help it.
I'm glad I stayed away from him then, because he's a very handsome man.
Man,
Yeah.
I might have had a husband, man. I was he was flirting with me a little bit, and I was like, "Stop it, David. I don't know what you're getting into over here." Hi, Paulie.
Hi, Polly. That's
They said hi.
that's Tia's dude walking through in the background. If you're only listening to the podcast, you're like, who's Polly?
Paulie's my best
Yeah.
friend. He just doesn't know it yet.
He has to go feed the birds. He literally grabbed bread to go throw it out of the window.
Oh my
to feed
gosh.
birds.
So you have a Patches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh,
Good man.
don't worry. At some point, he's going to up his game and he's going to switch to cracked corn. And then you're going to have giant bags of cracked corn being
That's
delivered
true.
to your place.
Like if y'all ever buy a house on a pond, it's over.
Yeah,
over.
That's it.
Yep. Yep.
Good to know.
Okay, there are some big things to talk about tonight. I know we've got, news from Lord of the Rings, even though they were just here at PopCon. Couldn't have told us while they were here.
They probably had like a contract or something that they.
Yeah. Whatever. I thought we
weren't
were
gonna
cool.
Tom Holland it.
I thought we were cool. We've got some
No.
gaming news that Tia's going to cover. Basically, all the things that Katie would ever want to talk about, we're going to talk about tonight, and she can't be here.
Which is hilarious, by the way.
But first, I did want to talk a little bit about, thank you, Leanne, crew number 10. She said the PopCon weekend was fantastic. Great seeing you all. Yeah, it was exciting. Tia came in from New York. Leanne came in from Texas. The kind of nerdy network, just it's worldwide, man. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. But I wanted to talk about that for a second, and then we're also, we usually do a fun fact, but we're actually going to do a round of show and tell. So get ready for a new segment, kind of nerdy girls show and tell.
It really sucks for the people listening.
Well, we will. For those of you listening, we are going to do a great job of describing what we're showing you, because we are, we are theater of the mind people. We are masters at that. Yes, we are, Jana. We started in radio. We know how to do this. We can
I
do
didn't
this.
talk on the radio. I made you sound good on the radio.
Oh, that's right. Jana really didn't talk much at all until I made her.
And here we are, 9 years later.
I just want to say, since we were talking about how great it was to see each other, that everybody now, because of how connected we are, has online friendships. And so you've probably experienced meeting someone in person and being like, how are we so cool online? And this is so weird now that we're together. Like, it doesn't work. Yeah, it totally did not work with Tia, you guys. It was terrible. It was so awkward. No, it was like, it worked so well. I know we talked about it, but it literally worked so well that I almost wasn't as excited as I thought I should be, because it just seemed like you should, like, of course you're here. Oh, yep. And there's Tia, right? Like, not like, yeah, I guess you're really a person.
No, literally. Like, when I picked her up from the airport, she got in my car and she hugs me, and I was like, okay, this is just my best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
right?
exactly how it happened. It was just like, all right, we just merge into this easily, and that's it.
Yeah,
So.
that was it. And here we are. So thank you, Tia, for being so awesome and, not making it weird.
Well, thank you guys for being such gracious hosts. Shout out especially for Jana for even getting me an air mattress, which I did not break. Okay,
You did.
I did not.
Wait, I did not hear this. There was an air mattress incident.
No, okay, it was all her cats. All right.
No, it was not. It was Tia.
Like, the first night, everything was fine. The second night, that was a full air mattress, and when I woke up, it was completely flat on the ground. Like, I was just sleeping on the ground.
Look, this is what happened.
Okay, I'm Judge KJ. Go ahead, Jana. You have the floor.
Okay, so first night, as Tia said, correct. It was just fine. Second night, when we came back from O'Reilly's with the darts people, as we know, Tia was partying a little bit.
I was.
That was the night we introduced Tia to peanut butter and jelly shots.
Yes,
I will never be the same person again.
But she was trying to pull the little fan out of it.
Okay.
And so she pulled the fan out, which then was making the air come out of the mattress.
But I thought we fixed it.
I also thought we fixed it, but apparently we didn't push it in all the way. So it was you who broke it.
Tia, do you have anything else to say before I make my ruling?
Again, the cats were constantly on the mattress. They have sharp claws and easily could have punctured it while watching Columbo in the middle of the night. Okay?
All I'm saying is, Tia, how dare you disrespect my cats like that after they loved you? Fox was literally trying to go home with you.
I don't know, Jonna. Michelle.
Look, I know
Michelle is our kind of nerdy coordinator, and she is on the jury here, and she has voted that it was the cats.
I know my kids are menaces to society. Okay, I have accepted that.
I feel like it's more likely, Jonna.
No, it's
that it
not.
was the cats. Why? Okay, immediately I was like, why did you get an air mattress? You have 2 cats. Like, it's not going to last. They're going to walk on it. You know what? Their claws are going to puncture it.
You know what? I'm going to fix the bleeping air mattress, and I'm going to prove that it was Tia's fault.
Okay. I want you to fix it.
There will be evidence.
I want you to fix it. And I want you to leave it up with cameras on it. And we're going to see how many days an air mattress lasts in your house with 2 cats who currently need their claws clipped.
Well, if someone would come over here and help me clip them, we wouldn't have.
I can't now. I can't until after the experiment. Okay. I'm sorry.
For science.
7 to 10 business months. Thank you.
This is for science. Bill Nye would be so proud of us. We're doing science. Okay.
Everything that I do that's ridiculous is for science. That's all I ever say. Why are you doing that? It's for science.
Okay. So we have a new segment. Instead of doing a fun fact, we're going to do show and tell. And Tia just found out about this about 5 minutes before we went live. And really, it was because Tia, I got something today that I was really excited about. And then Jonna sent a picture about something she was really excited about it. And I was like, well, we'll just do show and tell. So then Tia got a text like, surprise, we're doing show and tell. You got 2 minutes. Come up with something interesting. So I am going to let Jonna start because I think it's, this is like, I feel like this is, not only is it show and tell, but I feel like it's breaking news, if you will. I mean, this is really big. It's breaking news. Breaking news brought to you by the KJ Today Show on the Kind of Nerdy Girls. Go ahead, Jonna.
Well, guys, literally, like, I don't think a lot of people know. But I wrote a book.
Mm-hmm.
I know. We're all surprised. I was just as surprised as anybody was.
Show us the book.
I got my first copy of the book in the mail today.
Yay!
I know.
There it is.
Oh my God, look at that picture.
Isn't it so cute? It's the actual book. Yay! How are you feeling?
I only cried a lot. That's fine.
Yeah.
I FaceTimed my family because we have like a family group chat. And so I FaceTimed everybody and everybody picked up the phone and they were like, what's the matter? And I was like, look what I got. because I don't call the group chat, right? Everyone else calls the group chat. And they're like, oh my God, Jonna's calling the group chat. Something must be wrong. And I'm like, no, but look. Look at how excited we are.
So I've had questions, Jonna. People are like, what's the book called? What's it about? How do I get it? Like, do some promotion, girl.
Excuse me. Mm-hmm. The book is called My Lonely Love, as you can see. It's called My Lonely Love. It's a poetry book.
Oh, it's got words in it.
It does have words in it. It's a poetry book about a very stressful time in my life. You can pretty much get it anywhere, but I would prefer if you bought it on my Etsy shop.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
I'll only have 25 copies on Saturday, because that was all the printing people could get to me by Saturday, which I was like, I'll take what I can get.
Okay. So is it people at the party get first dibs and then the rest will be on your Etsy shop?
Yeah. But I mean, if you pay me like at the party. Like, I'll probably have like, because of
she's like, if you pay me now, I don't care if they show up to the party. Like we get to the party and you're like, sorry, I sold all 25 before the party.
I mean, if you like come to the party and I don't have any more books left, I'll just be like, oh, just like give me your money now and I'll put your name on a spreadsheet.
So how do people, is your Etsy shop live or are you waiting to?
Yes, it is live. It is called Jana's Bookshop.
Jana's Bookshop. Okay.
Bookshop. It's always been my dream to own my own bookshop, and here we are.
Here you are. Jana's Bookshop. One book. More to come.
One book to rule them all.
Yes. If you want to come to my party on this Saturday, May 18th, if you're watching or listening, it's going to be at O'Reilly's Irish Pub downtown from 7 to 10. It is semi-formal dress, but I know a lot of people don't own semi-formal clothes. So if you want to come in jeans, I don't care. I'll just be happy that you showed up.
That was how my book party. I dressed up, but I didn't care. Like there were a few people that were dressed up. There were people that were in jeans. Like whatever. Like I'm going to be fancy because it's my book, and I want to be fancy. So
wait till y'all see me on Saturday.
I can't wait to see pictures.
Michelle, that's the worst question. As someone who has written a book, never ask if you'll be writing more. Because when you get that book done, you're like, well, that's it. I'm never doing that again. That was terrible.
First of all, that's a fact. Because there was a point like last week or 2 weeks ago, I was like, I'm not going to do it. You know what? I'm taking all those Facebook posts down. I'm done. I'm not doing it. I quit.
The best thing actually about being a writer is when you tell someone you're a writer and they're like, oh, so what are you writing? And you're like, nothing.
I'm not currently writing.
Words sometimes, maybe. I have a blank Word document open and I think I'm doing pretty well, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. It's like that episode of SpongeBob where he just writes
break time.
I have several books in my head. They will stay there until further notice. Leave me alone. That's all right. My show and tell is not, life-changing, but I am excited to share that I got my, this is a new set of darts. Look at how fancy these are.
They're very pretty.
She's so bougie.
Yeah. And see, they say the asp on them.
I'm sorry. They say what?
The asp, as in the snake, the asp, Nathan Aspinall. And he is my favorite little darts dude. He's my darts boyfriend who is actually coming to New York.
I'm really sad that you broke up with Damon Hedda.
We didn't break up. I am friends with his wife. We can't be in a relationship. He's
not even the one that's in your head.
No. I'm sorry. We're in the friend zone. So, I don't know. I might go to New York and then I make friends with Nathan and then I have to have a new darts boyfriend. But for right now, I'm really excited about these. And Patches, wasn't that a nice husband to buy me darts that are my darts boyfriends? I mean,
Patches hasn't bought me any darts. I need some darts for my ginger. What's his name?
You have
the guy from Norway?
Yeah, the guy from PopCon.
Jules?
Oh, Jules Van Dongen.
Yes.
Oh, yes. He's not from Norway.
Oh, I don't know.
The Netherlands. That's why I was like, who's the ginger from Norway that Jana met at PopCon? Why am I just finding out about this?
Someone from overseas.
Look, I just want everyone to know that I love Jules. So like,
I have I actually have some merchandise from Jules, and he would probably be okay if I shared it with you. So he will also be in New York, and actually I'll probably see him this weekend. So I'll let you know, Jada.
Why are you going to see him this? Oh, at the thing.
Yeah, the championship darts circuit. Main events are this weekend in Brownsburg here. That's just
got such a busy weekend.
I do have I told you that we had to do the darts thing when you were scheduling your party. So I was like, oh, that's not a great day for me, but we'll figure it out. So Let's see. Michelle says darts was fun at PopCon. It really was. You guys want to share a little bit? I mean, Jada and I have been together. We did the KJ Today show, but Tia, a little bit about your feelings on PopCon and and how it changed your life.
Well, no, first of all, I want to say that honestly, I walked away from PopCon like with the darts kind of being the biggest highlight almost. I thought that was so fun, such a great idea. Not only were they very fun, right? Their panel itself, they were so engaging, right? Like, and this is coming from someone who has like no experience with the darts league. So if I'm saying this, I'm not trying to be offensive, but it's like at first you think like they're just gonna be a bunch of boring, dry type of guys. That they were very engaging, very passionate. The fact that they all went above and beyond to show people at PopCon how to even do things, I thought that was a great idea. And I'm like, I kind of would love to see something like that implemented at other conventions, something that's really interactive like that.
Well, and that's what, I try to explain to people, when we talk about PopCon, because they'll be like, oh, I don't think I'd like a Comic Con. And I'm like, but it's not a Comic Con. It's a PopCon. Like, you, of course, there are the comics there and the superheroes there, but then you go down the hall and you can play laser tag, or you can do an escape room, and you see a magic show. You can go in and, board game, and you can throw darts. Like, it's just, if it's a part of pop culture, which, fortunately, we started talking about this last year, and darts has actually had this, surge in popularity in the States, and actually around the world, because of this kid that is playing Luke Littler, who is he 17 now, honey? He was 16, right?
Yes. He is 17. He was 16 years old when he was the runner-up in the World Championships.
He's just like all of these guys that, he's just really, really good. And he's just beating all of these amazing players. And it's been on ESPN, and, like mainstream media has been talking about it. So it kind of hit right at the perfect time to be like, yes, darts is a part of pop culture, especially explaining that in the States, where it's a part of life. And, Jules Van Dongen was talking about that, growing up in the Netherlands, like darts was part of everything, it was
part of the culture. Yeah.
Yeah. So
before you put a pin in the darts thing, one of the funniest things one of the cutest things actually, I thought, was when Tia was leaving PopCon, she wanted to say bye and go to the darts before she left.
I wanted to play like one final thing, because realistically, I'm like, I don't think that there's any. I mean, there's at the bar down, but no one plays. I don't even know if they have, like, they have a dart board. I don't even know if they have actual darts or anything. Like, So in my mind, I was like, no, I want to like get one final little throw in, even if it was terrible.
Sure.
I thought that was the cutest thing, man. That was awesome. I'm so glad it was a great time.
I had a great time. I loved it.
Well, and Tia, if you're really feeling it, and you got a little space I see behind you, where a dartboard could go on the wall back there, and Patch has just got this fancy dartboard that it's just like you video game with people online. They actually have dartboards that you can play with people online. So I'm looking behind you, Tia, and I feel like that is just an empty space on your wall that's been waiting for a dartboard.
It can join all of my paint and sip paintings.
Yes. Is that how you decorate your house, with your paint and sip paintings?
It just was a coincidence that it just happened to be that. All
right. What a coinky dink.
All right. Let's do a little bit of what we called on the Kind of Nerdy Night In. Yes.
I didn't do my show and tell. I did.
Oh, you didn't? No, show and tell after all of that, because it's PopCon related, right?
Yes, it is. Okay. So right. I promise I won't take too much of the time.
You're fine.
Take all the time you want, Tia.
As you guys know, and you found out firsthand in person, I am a massive coffee person. And
Mhm.
Yes, I did.
And it just so happened that there was a coffee stand at PopCon called the Merlin's Munchies Coffee Co. And they make they do make your more traditional coffees and everything, but I'm not for that. I want like the cool stuff. And so I got a trio pack of some of their like funky flavors, and this one being caramel apple cheesecake supernova.
What?
I
Oh,
don't know if
yeah.
you see it now that I have my
There we
blower on.
go. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I love the packaging.
Oh, their
And
packaging
then-
is great.
And then the blueberry band. I don't know if you see now that my freaking like Wi-Fi now is designed to be slow and everything. So
It's because it's
But-
your turn to show and tell.
Oh, that's
I
so
know, of
cute.
course.
Ah.
And then the last one is Maple Syrup Mania. And it's kind of cool because like they came up with a whole story and everything about
I
it, which
love
I kind of
that.
forget the story now about it. But
There's like
it's
a whole
so
like
cool.
audiobook or something that you can listen
Yeah,
to.
you can go online and get their stuff. They ship it. I love it. It's kind of very similar if you've ever had Bones Coffee Company, because they also sell a lot of like flavored stuff. But I liked it. The coffee's really good. I'm like practically done with all of the 3 packets. I'm trying to like salvage as much as I can in the meantime. But that's my show and tell. I loved it. They make great coffee.
Oh, so I mean, have you tried all of the flavors?
Oh yeah. And
Which-
my favorite is the Maple Syrup Mania, but that's just because I love maple flavored anything. And so, but they're all really good. The cheesecake's good. The blueberry one is good. And I'm excited to try more because I'll definitely be ordering more.
Oh, very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, on to what's got you kind of nerdy. Whoop whoop. Please put in the comments what you are watching, what you are reading,
Is this
what
a
you
new
are
segment?
playing. Yeah, we came up with it Friday night during the kind of nerdy night in. Just keeps it pretty simple. What's got you kind of nerdy?
I was working.
Covers everything. So Katie is out on vacation, but the big thing that there's 2 big things she's excited about. I'll let Tia, I'll let you handle the gaming news. But can you believe? I mean, we literally were just sitting in a room with Andy Serkis, and he did not tell us that he was making another Lord of the Rings movie. And it's like the working title is The Hunt for Gollum. He's directing it. He's bringing Gollum back. Like he sat in a room with us and he didn't tell us.
The audacity, Andy Serkis, who is probably under contract and can't really talk about it.
Now they had talked about, that they were looking at, making some new ones, but I'm actually kind of surprised that they said this first one's going to come out in 2026 and that they're still in the script writing phase, because I felt like those movies took a long time to film, and I'm like, you're still writing it. All right, well, you're going to get on it then. So I don't know. Did we talk about, Tia, where do you stand on the Lord of the Rings?
So I never got fully into the Lord of the Rings movie. I mean, I've seen them. I've seen The Hobbit. I've never seen Rings of Power, but I'm just, for some reason, that's just a brand of high fantasy that I'm not into. Which is funny because I do love things like Game of Thrones and all that, which also is pretty high fantasy. But I don't know. I've just never gotten into it as much. So I'm excited for those who are fans of Lord of the Rings to get more content. But just for me, it's just not my cup of tea.
I the first time when the Lord of the Rings movies came out, I watched them and I kind of I feel what you're saying. But when I rewatched him, and I honestly do think it's because I was almost I wasn't ready for them when they came out, and now we've gotten more used to things like Game of Thrones and that type of fantasy and that type of intense world building. It was, I remember when the third Lord of the Rings movie came out, I was not pleased to be in the theater for that long. Like I fell asleep and like woke up and I was like, they're still walking. Oh my God, they're still walking. Oh my God. They're like, it was not a good experience for me. I mean, Patches wanted to go and he never wants to go to movies. And I just remember we left there and we were like, oh, that was too much. I couldn't take it. I rewatched the movies before PopCon, and I was like, wait, this is like totally what I would like. Like, why have I not watched these movies over and over like I do, Harry Potter movies? Like, but I just, the best way I can explain it is I think I wasn't ready for it yet, and now we have gotten more of that, and it's like it is more mainstream. Like Game of Thrones coming out 20 years ago, I don't think people would have been into it. We've just, our tastes have evolved a little bit. How things are filmed has changed. We've gotten a little more used to that kind of cinematography. So I was like laughing at things. I was enjoying it way more this time. Like I really was like, hey, look at me. It turns out I am a Lord of the Rings fan. I just thought when they came out that I was like, that was nice. I don't need to see it again.
One and done.
That would have been an awkward conversation on stage at PopCon. So about these things that everybody loves have been around for 25 years. Not really my thing, but here we are.
I kind of get that, but like sometimes I'll watch a movie. Like when I was in college, I watched Grease for the first time.
Love Grease.
And I was like, what's the hype about this? But I also just felt like maybe like, because everyone who's seen Grease has seen it like when they were like 10 or something like that. Yeah. I was like in my 20s watching Grease, and I'm like, I don't understand what the appeal is to this. And I'm all about like a musical and a big love story and Grant, like I'm all about it, right? But I was just like, I don't jive with this. I can't deal with it.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Yeah, I get it.
But have you watched it since, Jonna?
No, because I didn't like it.
Okay, so the next time we see each other, we're watching Grease. That's what
okay. Let's see if either one of us remembers that.
I will. I'm gonna write it down.
Are you gonna bring it on the plane with you too?
You can download it.
Michelle was in her 20s when she watched Grease, and she loved it. So what's wrong with you,
different strokes for different folks, man.
Let's see. I saw Michelle, Bridgerton season 3 is tomorrow.
Let's talk about it. Oh my God. I literally can't wait. It's Penelope and Colin. I've been waiting my whole life for this.
Her whole life.
My whole life for this.
Jonna, I almost started watching Bridgerton today.
Shut up. I'm sorry.
I watched like 10 minutes of it a few years ago when you guys wanted me to watch it. And I was like, this is not going to be my thing. I'm not super big into period pieces like that. And I was like, it's not going to be my thing. And then I almost did. And then I did not.
And then I did not.
I'm trying to think of the new. I ended up watching the first episode of the new Will Forte show that's on Netflix, Bodkin, which I don't know. It's like he's an American that has a podcast, and he goes to Ireland to do it. He has a true crime podcast. I kind of thought you might like it, Jonna, because it's like it's a true crime thing, but they're kind of a podcast. It looks like there's going to be an actual mystery that unfolds, and I don't know. I was set in Ireland, and it was Will Forte, and I thought, I'll give it a chance. So I did that instead of Bridgerton. Sorry.
That's fine. I'm debating on whether I actually want to like watch it tomorrow, because they're splitting this season into 2 parts. And so part 1 comes out tomorrow, and then part 2 comes out in June. And I'm like, okay. I just don't think that, like, I would be so upset because I know I'd be left on a cliffhanger.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I just like, I don't know. So I'm like debating on what I want to do. Like I'm probably gonna watch it if I'm being completely honest. Like, we know me. probably gonna watch it, but like I don't want to. But like the press tour that Nicola and Luke are on right now, they're the two main characters that play
Mhm.
Colin and Penelope. Like, bro, if they're not like banging in real life, I don't. This can like their chemistry on screen is amazing, but their chemistry off screen is just fireworks, bro. It's wild.
All
I
right.
love them so
Well,
much. I want them to be together.
I mean, it's not like they're splitting it up to where like you don't get to see the second part for 2 years. It's not that bad. You could.
I know, but
I think
a
you could
month?
survive this. I believe in you. I believe in you. I just
You believe in
finished.
your
I just
farm?
look. I just finished Dead Boy Detectives.
Don't
which
talk
was-
about it. I haven't finished it.
Okay, well, what I'm going to tell you is that all of the like news is not good about it. Like it didn't get enough views in the like Netflix world in the first 2 weeks. That basically like all the reports are it's not going to get a second season, and that is totally disappointing. Like you got to give it more time than that. We just realized it was on. Like
Netflix,
come on.
why do you hate everyone? This is why people are unsubscribing. Why are you giving us these good original shows and then not renewing them? They are your own shows, Netflix.
I agree. No, I agree.
Wow,
I
you're
agree.
starting to sound old and curmudgeon like me.
You are my father, so
Yeah,
I
that's a
would-
good point. Yeah.
Patches, are
No
you
one-
watching
No one
anything? Other-
hates Netflix more than Netflix. Just want to say that, okay?
Right.
They're like the new Fox. Like, what are you doing? Like, we
For real.
literally, like,
Great.
I mean, I'm on Netflix all the time, and Dead Boy Detectives is something you should have totally been recommending to me the second it came out. Give me a couple of weeks because I'm finishing something else, but I am interested in that before you go, oh, well, for the first 2 weeks, we only got 8 million people watching it, so it's definitely canceled. 2 weeks? You gave it 2 weeks? What? Ridiculous.
I hate you, Netflix, but I love
All
you
right,
also
all
at
right.
the same time.
All right. I think we all need to calm down for a second. And Patches is here because, guys, we need to take a moment and thank our sponsors. What?
Oh,
We have a sponsor?
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's almost time for the best bash of the year, Summer Bash Indiana, the only concert festival in Indiana that offers an all-inclusive ticket. That's right, drinks, hamburgers, hot dogs, 2 stages, camping, and Summer Bash covers the taxes and fees. This year, Josie Scott from Saliva headlines as 18 bands will play the 11th annual Summer Bash Indiana, July 11th through the 13th. Get at SummerBashIndiana.com.
I really just wanted to switch it over to just Tia's face. Tia isn't with us on the KJ Today show, so she doesn't get your voices there, Patches.
Oh, yeah.
Also, next time, back away from that's a different mic, right?
Oh, yeah, it is a different mic.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not gonna be-
yeah. You were freaking the mic out a little bit.
All right, sorry.
microphone
Taking the mic out, Patches.
That microphone was that scared hamster meme. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead and spit that drink out, Tia. You know you want to because that was funny.
No, I'm okay.
All right. We had a couple of comments. I know I don't, Tia and Jada, you're not into Doctor Who, but there are a lot of people talking about Doctor Who right now.
I've been thinking about it. If that makes you feel better.
Thank you. I know you're still thinking about watching it, right?
Yeah.
About starting it with this because Tia, it's a new doctor, new companion, like brand, like this is a good, if you've ever thought about it, like you could start right here. Now I know that there are some people who will be like, don't start here, it's terrible, oh my god, don't start. They're doing it very different, but they're playing to the doctor's
It
strength.
looks fun though.
Yes. And that's, you know what? I just saw, it was an interview with Russell T Davies about it, and he was talking about like, watch these episodes and ask yourself when was the last time the doctor laughed this much? When was the last time the doctor had this much fun? And like, honestly, like, it's been a long, long time.
But the
And
doctor's not depressed.
right, like, and I mean, Ncuti Gatwa he's fun, he's lively, he's got all of this charisma and energy, and I feel like let him loose. There was part of when Peter Capaldi was the doctor that first season, it was like they did so much with him being like, oh, I'm a new doctor, I don't know who I am, I don't know what to do, and things are dark. And then when they like let him play his guitar and have his sunglasses and like put his touch on the doctor, it got fun. And so like for them to just be like straight up, like, he is not confused about who he is not having problems with his regeneration, he is a confident dude who is about getting out there and having adventures in time and space and having fun. Like, how can we be mad about that? So
Because everyone else is sad, so they want the doctor to be sad.
yeah.
Yeah. You can take a breath now too, by the way. So yeah.
No, thank you. I can.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
That was a lot of words. I mean, I thought you were gonna fall out over there. You were saying a lot of words just then. I was like,
Well, I'm going to be honest. I'm probably not going to start it just because next month House of the Dragon season 2 comes out and The Boys season 4 comes out. All right. I'm all about that. Okay.
Yes.
That's my life. And Ghost season 3 just ended. The Bad Batch season 3 just ended. I just watched the Fallout series. I got a lot on my plate, guys. Okay.
Tell me about Katie was like, Fallout. What do we need to talk about with Fallout? Is this our gaming update?
Well, I mean, yes and no. The big thing about Fallout is that Amazon Prime just premiered its first season of the Fallout series, which is an adaptation of Bethesda, the gaming company, their Fallout series, which is very popular. There's like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 freaking like Fallout games or something, right? But they just came out with a series, and it is so good because I had never, prior to watching the show, I had never played a Fallout game. So I really was not aware. But the show does a fantastic job of describing the world, what it is, and because it wasn't following any specific game, it just was taking inspiration from all the games. It really was able to create its own characters. It was just so engaging. The main characters were absolutely amazing. It just got renewed for season 2 because I think it's like Amazon Prime's like most watched show ever.
Wow.
The biggest star and the standout is Walton Goggins, who plays the character called the Ghoul, who is literally like, can I tell you, it was so funny. I saw this like meme that made me crack up because it's like, and I'm going to butcher it, but the meme was something along the lines of like, some men will be like, oh, women are too picky. And it's like, my guy, the internet is lusting over a ghoul who literally is missing a nose and looks like Freddy Krueger. But because he's got like charisma and
he's got the rig.
Yeah, but he's the best character and it's really good. I highly recommend the Fallout show. It has the same level of gore as The Boys because it's on Amazon Prime, but you don't need to have played any of the games prior. You could just watch it and enjoy it. And again, Kyle MacLachlan is in it, and
Ooh, okay.
So it's a good show. So that the update really on that is that the show is fantastic. It got renewed for a season 2. There hasn't been any sort of updates as to whether or not Bethesda is going to come out with a new Fallout series, a new Fallout game, but they did just do to kind of embody Katie and her gaming updates. They did just do a major update to Fallout 4, which is one of the more current Fallout games that people play. So there's that.
Right on. Michelle, I also forgot that The Boys season 4 is next month.
Yeah, next month, Michelle. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan's gonna be in it.
Oh my gosh, right?
So they're just like recreating Supernatural. But they
100%. They just they just need to bring in Jared Padalecki, and there you go. You got the Winchesters.
Literally.
Well, I mean, there's no doubt in the Dead Boy detectives that Ruth Connell is playing the same character that she played in Supernatural.
wow.
Like they're not even.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's wonderful. I totally love it. But and it's like, now it's her and now it's another two boys that are causing her problems. And I was like, hey, you know what? I'll watch this all day. Yes, go ahead.
So I have a quick question, KJ. Since
Yes.
so I have not watched Dead Boy Detectives yet, but I absolutely loved the first season of The Sandman and can't wait for the second season.
Mhm.
Is the Dead Boy Detectives like a must watch for The Sandman because it takes place within the same universe, or no?
No, I don't. No, I don't think it is at all. You can
I
watch
think
it.
the only thing
as a
they have in
standalone.
common is just the girl who plays Death. I think they're in the
Yeah.
same universe, but like separate. If that makes
Yes.
sense.
Okay.
Yeah. There was nothing about it when I was watching it because I haven't finished the Sandman, and so
I need
I
to
was a
rewatch
little
it.
bit worried. And I went and double checked like online, like, do I need to, finish that before I watch it? And everyone was like, no, you don't. And then when I was watching it, like Jonna said, the only thing that really stood out was death. And they're running from death. Like you really don't see death because they need to get out of there every time death comes. They're like, boom, we're out of here because we don't want death to get us. So it wasn't it wasn't anything that you need to worry about the crossover too much. But I will say I think you'll enjoy the Cat King is a really great character in the way that
I told you you'd love the Cat King.
the way that they tie cats into the show is fantastic. Did you have another question?
The Sandman. Not a question, but an update because now it's on my head. Speaking about The Boys season 4, even though season 4 has not come out, it has been renewed for a 5th season.
Yay!
So,
that's awesome. Very nice. Yay! All right, I was looking at what everybody else is talking about. Back to some of the Doctor Who stuff. A couple people watching Resident Alien. We love that. I tell you. We were watching it the other night. I can't think of any show, and maybe Patches can hop on here and prove me wrong. I can't think of any show we've ever watched where we actually have to pause it because we are laughing so hard that we need to get ourselves together. Like,
no, it was we just looked at each other, instantly laughed, and then like we missed dialogue. Like in a critical part, we're like, nope. We stop it right now.
It's so good. And the thing is, though, it hasn't yet been renewed for a 4th season. They don't know that if it's even going to be still on the Sci-Fi Channel or something. I'm just like, please give me an update the way you ended season 3. I need a season 4.
Yeah, see, we're close to being done, but we're not there yet. So.
Yeah, Patches aren't like big bingers, man. Like
we just don't have time to be big bingers. That's the problem. Otherwise, we would 100%.
Well, Patches has got he's got his darts life, and
AJ has to run a media company, and all that good stuff.
But
excuses.
I know, right?
Semantics.
Yeah, excuses are.
Wow, thanks, Patches.
Patches is so stressful. It stresses me out on a daily basis.
Oh, you're not wrong. Not a super nerdy show, but I did see, because we've had him on the KJ Today show, I did see Joey McIntyre posted, I think he's on the episode of Chicago Fire that's on tonight. He's guest starring as a fire. I know Joey Mac's going to be on Chicago Fire
as a firefighter.
Yeah, he's like a firefighter from one of their like rival stations. So
not to be funny, but isn't he like old?
Joey McIntyre? I mean, like not too like he's like in his 80s. Like
no, but I mean, like I don't know. I guess I've been watching 911. Like I just started that the other day, and let me tell y'all about some fucking emotion.
Oh. Watch your language. Yeah, go ahead.
Jonna, there are children.
some bleeping
Language.
emotional distress.
Language.
Boy, every episode, my adrenaline be pumping watching every episode of 911. I'm like, what's going? And the last episode I just watched, I was like sobbing. I was like, why are y'all doing this to me? Why are you making me have?
It's 911. Like nobody ever calls 911 with like something. Hey, could you please send police? Something great is happening, and we'd like them to come party with us.
There,
maybe.
there was.
Please don't do that.
There was just this episode where this girl stuck her head into the tailpipe of some guy's truck.
Why?
Because he dared her to, and they were flirting or whatever, and he was like, "Yeah, I dare you to stick your head in the tailpipe," and she did, and she got her head stuck.
How big was the tailpipe?
It was a big tailpipe, big enough to fit a human head.
Aren't some of those like episodes just ridiculous? Because I never watched 911, but I see like TikToks, and I'm just like, is this a spoof? Is it like a parody show or something?
No, it's like a legit. Like it's been on. What is it on? CBS? No.
What? Aren't there like multiple 911s now?
There's only two.
Lone Star.
There's just 911 and 911 Lone Star. 911 Lone Star has Gina Torres and Rob Lowe.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one I know. Speaking of shows that have like
Fox,
a gazillion spin-offs, I saw. So I talked to. You guys didn't get to.
She said
I talked to Jeremy Sisto on.
Oh my god! How is the love of my life?
Oh my gosh, he is just a delight, Jada. He's a delight. He was
tell him how much I loved him.
No, I don't think I fit that into the conversation. Sorry, but no, he was delightful. That interview is streaming now on our YouTube channel. It was about the episode. He was calling it about the episode of FBI that was new last night. But you know, it was really nice about him, and it's like, of course, because he's been around so long, he knows how to do this. But like he was able to kind of like touch on all the things that he's done, like in answering questions. Like he brought up Clueless himself, you know, and I mean, like, it was just like, he brought up Law and Order. He brought like, he just was so good at, and not in a way that was like canned or like rehearsed or like, oh, there we go. Like he was really, really just like authentically nice and fun and passionate and riffing with me a bit, like a few times. Like he even was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was just laughing along with you." Like he just was really, really nice. But I did see today, so that interview is streaming now, and I also put it on. It's on the podcast app. So if you prefer to consume our content on Apple or Spotify or whatever, Jeremy Sisto is ready for you to listen to. I saw Colin Donald posted how did you like meeting my character last night on FBI International? And I was like, holy crap, they turned that around.
That was so fast.
He couldn't be at PopCon because they had started filming. So I was like,
wow.
I mean, like normally when someone starts filming something, it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to see that in like 6 months. I was like, wait a second, you're already on FBI International? You just went to Budapest a couple of weeks ago.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they shot like a lot of the stuff like here in the States, and that's probably why he couldn't come to PopCon, was because he was over in Budapest.
I don't know, because it had just been announced. Like it was announced, because I follow him, I'm not stalking him, but it was announced that he was joining FBI International, that he put something about how excited he was to head off to film for it. And this is all, I swear to God, this has all been just in like a matter of 3 weeks. Which, I mean, they can. It's just not normal for TV to turn things around that quickly.
To be fair, from what I've seen of FBI and FBI International, it's not very like action-y based, like a lot of like stunts and stuff like that. Like it's more just like explosions and like shooting. It's not a lot of running. Like it's not really like it's not like a Lord of the Rings thing where you're just like,
they're still walking.
Well, it's not like a Marvel, like it's not like a Marvel movie, Like there's no CGI, there's no this, there's no that. It's really just like people be like, put your hands up, blah blah blah, and then like they're dead or whatever, and then the end.
Well, they filmed
Pretty easy to
things
shoot up in like.
They filmed things so quickly. So like they actually filmed a scene for FBI like literally right next to my apartment a couple of weeks ago. And the whole like scene was literally
Was Jeremy Sisto there?
No, I forget who it was, but it was like and I don't watch the show.
From what I've seen, is like never out in the field.
Yeah, I don't know which like it was, but it was literally a scene of like a guy running out of a bank, getting in a car and driving off. And they did this whole thing of setting up the street like 2 days beforehand, right? Like all the meter parking had like signs, you can't park here. I was literally walking lady and I'm watching them film this. It took maybe a half hour and then they packed up and left. And it was just like, that's how quick they did it.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, like a scene like that, you got to just be like, all right, look, man, you're running out, you're hopping in the car, you're driving off. The end.
Yeah. So maybe that's how they turn around so much.
Leanne talking about Jeremy Sisto said, I think I'm going to watch 6 Feet Under. Have either of you watched it?
No, what is that even about?
All I know is that, I mean, I have not watched it, but I just heard that he played like the most intense like character on that show. It was like creepy and amazing. And like everyone, since I interviewed Jeremy on Monday, people are like, oh man, I loved it. It was such a great character in 6 Feet Under. And I'm like, I'm sorry I didn't talk to him about that show because I know it ran for a long time, but I don't know anything about it. But a lot of people have said that they love that show.
It's just so wild because when I saw Clueless, and then I was getting into my Law and Order phase, and I literally was sitting there watching Law and Order. And it was like when Jeremy Sisto's character like came in like the very first time, I was literally sitting looking at him. I was like, is that Elton? Is that Elton from Clueless? And then of course I had to like Google it, right? And I'm like, oh my God, it's
Elton. Yeah,
See,
I liked his character in Law and Order. I liked his
great
Law and Order.
So,
see, and I've never watched Law and Order either. Like I love him from Waitress, which I didn't get a chance to talk to him about. I'm super bummed about that. That is such a great movie. And Suburgatory, which was what's her name from Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
oh
Yeah.
God, what is her name?
I know we interviewed her.
Jane Levy.
Yes. So yeah, that was him and Jane on that show, and that was just like a quirky, fun. Like we were watching it, knowing it. I think it went 3 seasons, which was a lot longer than I thought it would go. Because when you're watching a show and you're like, this is like way too like fast-paced, intelligent, witty humor that's happening, and like and they're gonna be like, no, you're canceled.
No.
Hey, Patches. Thanks
Well,
for. I could hear you yelling in the kitchen, trying to help us get to Jane Levy.
Yep. Love Jane Levy.
So let's see. We're a couple minutes before 8:00.
Yes.
How's dinner coming along?
It's coming, getting ready to get the chicken ready to dump in the fajita mix.
Okay,
The fajita mix.
that sounds so fancy. All right,
Are you making margaritas
today?
No, I'm not doing margaritas tonight. So it's a long day tomorrow.
no margaritas?
Oh.
Sorry, Tia. Sorry.
No
I mean,
marks.
it's not like you can have them anyway.
I know, but I just
You're
want
not
to
here.
like think about you guys. I just wanted to
Wants to
think
live
about you guys
vicariously.
enjoying your fajitas with some
Yep.
margaritas.
Yeah. I got margaritas in a shaker right now. I got a couple of Negro Modelo's chilling. We're good to go.
Margaritas and
salsa
Modelo's.
queso.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
Tia, this is me after
I
the
got
show. This is me after the show. Make a fajita as fast as I can. Eat a fajita as fast as I can. Go to bed. Like, that's it. Like,
Literally.
That is absolutely a fact.
whatever you're imagining happens, it's not.
Sometimes it only gets dragged out because I'm there, and so KJ has to like sit and like make conversation with me and Patches.
Yeah,
You can tell it
Right.
kills her on the inside.
because I'm like,
She's like,
I'm
God, I
done.
gotta sit here and talk to these guys.
Oh my God, I just talked to them for an hour. Now I got to talk to them some more. That's a lot of
It's like, I'm
talking.
so tired.
I have a very tiny talk tank and it needs refilled often, which is
Aw.
weird
I mean,
for
you've only been
someone.
talking for like 30 years.
But it is weird for someone who talks as much as I do. The tank doesn't get any bigger. It's a little tiny talk tank. It has
I
been
mean, you're a
since I
little
was
person,
17.
so
Thank
that
you. Thank you.
makes sense, yeah.
Not for
Ah.
nothing. Like when I was like a receptionist and everything, and then also doing podcasts, and I would tell people like, I hate talking on the phone. Like, I absolutely hate talking on the phone.
Mhm.
And it's like, you literally are a receptionist and do podcasts. And I'm like, mm-hmm. And
Yep.
outside of that, I do not want to do it.
Bruh,
No,
that is
I'm a
me.
believe it or not, I'm a very quiet person outside of the shows and events.
Honestly, me
Until she has something to talk about.
me and KJ, like if I go over there for like dinner or something, Patches will be like, I'll go over there and me and KJ won't even like talk to each other.
No,
Like we'll just be sitting in the living room, like I'll be in the chair and she'll be on the couch and I'll be reading and she'll be doing something and Patches is like, are you guys okay? You want me to turn on the
Are
TV
you
or something?
mad?
I'm like, nah, Patches, we're just vibing, you know?
mad, bro? Yeah.
Donna is my sit in silence friend.
Yeah.
Everybody should have one.
Yep.
Because I love the silence. I grew up in a house with 4 siblings and 2 parents. I love the silence, okay?
Yeah. Oh, 9 kids over here. Whew. It's a lot of noise. A lot of noise. Patches, you got another sponsor for us? Oh my
You
God.
know, I believe I do.
Okay.
Well, everybody, the KJ Today Show and Kinda Nerdy Girls invite you to attend ARPO's first annual Whiskey and Whiskers happening Sunday, July 21st from 1 to 4 p.m. at West Fork Whiskey in Westfield. Taste over 200, that's right, 200 of
Oh,
these. Enjoy food, a silent auction, and the company of some of ARPO's most adorable adoptable cats and dogs. VIPs will be treated to a private whiskey tasting and food pairing, and they also get to meet Nikki, the trained dog, AJ, and Hall of Famer Addie Spittler from Pels TV. Help us help more pets. Get tickets at adoptarpo, ARPO.org.
okay,
Aw.
Patches.
Both of my kitties are Arpos.
Yes,
Sure.
Buffy and Giles are Arpo kitties as well.
Both my terrorists.
All right, Patches, get back in the kitchen and make my dinner.
Where you belong.
Yes, man.
Men belong in the kitchen.
That looked like such a nice event.
Oh my gosh, I'm really excited about it. And Tia, over 200 whiskeys, and
I know.
some of them are not even available in Indiana, and we're bringing them in anyway. I know, fancy, fancy.
Wow.
Mhm.
Drink responsibly.
We'll try.
I'll be getting a call.
Oh, by the way, Tia, I don't know if you heard, we started announcing guests for PopCon Louisville, and Anson
I know,
Mount.
and I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm so mad at that. Like,
Can you
an
check?
autograph?
Can you channel that energy into being happy for us?
yes, I'm sorry. You know, what? I'm sorry. I'm being selfish.
Yeah, I'll
It's
get
the
you an
only
autograph
child
and
in
I'll
me.
mail it to you, okay? I'll mail you an
Yeah.
autograph.
I know. I don't know. Maybe
I'm very happy for you guys, obviously.
I don't know, can you sell a few more coffees between now and then to get a plane ride to Louisville?
Oh my god! I was like, I love Anson Mount.
I know. I mean, how can you not look at him? He's so beautiful. Oh, so
I
beautiful.
You're so handsome.
I literally only want to watch that Star Trek show because of him. It's the
Mhm.
only reason why it's on my to-do list.
So, what do you know him from?
So it's so funny because the show is terrible, but literally Inhumans, like,
Oh yeah.
and I don't like the show at all. Like, I watched it for the first time during COVID and couldn't even really get through it. And then I rewatched it I want to say last summer, and I still was like, this is horrific. but I liked him. I was like, I think that he's a good Black Bolt.
Yes.
I just think if it was done properly, and like, yeah, obviously he had like a cameo in the multiverse movie, but that was like nothing. I think he should still get his chance to really fully play this character. So so that's literally like where I know from, and it's like one show, and I'm like sitting there going, "Oh my god, Anson Mount!" But that's enough. Okay, that's enough.
He was also in Crossroads with Britney Spears, so I highly recommend you go back and check that out.
I never saw that.
Oh my gosh. I mean, keep your expectations low, but I mean, it's a Britney Spears movie, man. It was
I think
great.
it's on Netflix.
Oh my god!
I'm pretty sure that movie's on Netflix now.
Because I think it came up. It was either Netflix or Prime. It was one of them that came up. Like it was a recommendation. Like, hey, look what just got added. And I was like, how do you know I like Britney Spears? Like, I've never searched for anything. But like, I've never searched for anything Britney Spears on any of my TV apps. And it was like, hey, but you.
To be fair, I didn't even know Britney Spears was in a movie.
I guarantee you, it was probably on Prime. And it's because of our music selections that we play through.
From Amazon Music.
Yep.
Oh, because
the computer overlords are listening.
Yes, because I've got my NSYNC station curated with a lot of Britney Spears in it.
As you should.
Yeah, there are a lot of people that are excited about, Louisville and trying to get you to come, Tia. So we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, once I sell a lot of my books, once I get rich off my books, Tia, I'll buy you a plane ticket.
There we go. Everybody go buy Jana's book.
Sleep on the air mattress again.
We're gonna be in Louisville, Tia. Me and you gotta share a bed because I'll probably be sharing a room with KJ and Patches again.
Oh, that's right. You'll have to sleep in our room.
We're gonna snuggle.
I told Donna, I was like, I'll sleep on a couch. It like does not matter to me, which I did. Like the last night I was sleeping at her house. I slept on the couch.
That's why I thought it was weird that you got an air mattress because your couch, Jana, is super comfortable.
It's so comfy.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, because I sleep on the couch and I've been sleeping on it for 2 years, it's a little broke down if I'm being honest, because that's all I do is sleep on it.
I mean, it
was fine.
I was over there the other day. I had a real nice nap on it. So, I mean,
Oh, you
Jana
slept on
knew
my
I
couch?
was at her house. that sounded weird.
So
I knew you were here.
So I know we're probably going to wrap up soon, but this is a funny story.
Okay.
So my first, Paulie and my first night when we moved in, right? We moved in with the idea that it was going to be the next day that we could get like our bed. The next week was going to be like the couch and everything. So literally that first night in our apartment, we both like slept on the floor. I had like a book bag as a pillow and everything. Like that was like, so I can make it work is what I'm trying to say. I can make
Okay,
it
well,
work.
you can sleep on the floor next time, Tia.
At least you have carpet. I don't have
I was
carpet.
just trying to be a good hostess.
You were the best. You let me have at least like 6 of your K-cups in like a small time I was there.
The amount of coffee Tia drank. I'm so worried about her like, heart. Okay. There was so much coffee. Also, let's talk about how Tia wouldn't stop at the crosswalk.
Oh,
It's a New York thing. Jana, if you come here ever, I will show you. We just walk.
I know. Look, Tia, I know it's a New York thing, but in Indiana, we stop at the
There-
crosswalk.
Was the cop really going to like give me a ticket for just
I don't know.
walking?
This
There
is
was-
Indiana. They're petty, my guy.
they
They're petty
might.
here in this state.
If they're bored, nothing going
Right.
on. It's like, all
They're
right,
like,
let's get some
I didn't
jaywalkers.
hit my ticket quota. Let me write this jaywalking ticket.
I literally went home and was like, Paulie, you'll never believe this. They care about jaywalking down there.
New state slogan, Indiana. We care about jaywalking.
All right. I was just looking through. We got Paul is here with us. I do want to give a shout out to Paul Miller, our musical director. He's also getting credited in the cat conversation, which that podcast that we recorded, it was so much fun. We were at the Smitten Kitten Cat Cafe. Tia, you'd love the coffee. Oh my
That
gosh.
sounds so cute.
The coffee was great. The cats were amazing. We had so much fun. So I just finished editing that today, and Paul took a whole bunch of video while we were there. And Paul, I swear, I used every single one of your videos. Like it just like made the podcast. He caught so many cool moments of the cats with us. So thank you very much, Paul. Shout out to you. I put you in the credits as musical director and photographer.
Love it.
Yes, but I saw a lot of chat about the Arpo Whiskey and Whiskers. That's July 21st. I'd love to have a bunch of people from the Kinda Nerdy Network there. It's going to be a really, really cool event. And yes, there will be some cats and dogs, some adoptables that we'll have in a separate section, right? And then there's going to be the whiskey. I don't even know how they're going to get 200 whiskeys. It's like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of whiskey.
They must have a long bar.
The little sipper glasses, like the commemorative glasses that everybody's going to get, are adorable. It's just going to be fantastic. And West Fork Whiskey is such a cool place. So I would love to see everybody at that event. Tia, if you decide to, get on a plane and come for Arpo's,
Yeah, if you just decide that you and Wally want to move to Indiana.
Right?
As much as I love it, there is one little contingency, but I won't say it on air of why we wouldn't move there.
All right.
It's like, because you guys are gonna want to hang with me all the time.
No.
Because we're too much. We see how it is.
Tia said days is all I can handle.
I don't
I
blame
put it
her.
in the private chat.
Oh, okay.
I get it.
All right.
There's ways around that.
All right, ladies. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Thanks to everybody who joined us in the live chat. Remember that you can listen to the Kinda Nerdy Girls. Just go to kindnerdygirls.com and subscribe on the podcast app that you love. That new episode that I was talking about of the cat conversation with our photographer, Paul Miller, is going to hit the live stream, so you can watch it on YouTube next Wednesday night at 7, and it will hit all the podcast apps as well. What's that?
Look at that kitty cat. It looks like if Socks and Atlas were smushed into a cat. If they were one cat, that's what they would look like.
I actually chose that cat because it looks like Melody. So
well, here we are.
Here we are, man. All
As
the
we
kitties.
know, Melody hates socks, so
Yes, she does.
that's why I had to get a second cat.
All right. It's been wonderful. Stay Kinda Nerdy. Keep up with all the cool stuff that we're doing in the Kinda Nerdy Network Facebook group on Facebook. And yes, get Jana's book. Join us for the party. It's Saturday night. That's May 18th. If you're listening to that right now, Saturday night at O'Reilly's. I don't want you to go some other Saturday night and like, where's Jana's book?
Look, there's only going to be 25 copies there, so you might have to wait until Monday.
All right, I'm going to go eat fajitas. Thank you. Woo. Good night.
Bye.